Hello guys, this is Lingesh here, and today I would like to talk about some random topics. So, the topic which I've picked is movies. So, from my point of view, movies are really great thing. It really influences the way we perceive things and how we see this world. So, is it the question which I always ask is that why do some people watch movies for a certain actor and not for directors? So most people, like most of the cinema audience in India, watch films more for the actor who acts in the film. But from my point of view, I would say they just play some, like they play the role which the director, what's there in the minds of the director. So from my point of view, the director is the main person. So without director, there's no character which the actor is gonna act. So before the actor knows about the character well, it's the director who knows about the character well. So we should appreciate how the director has made the actor to act in the screen, as well as different angles the way he shows. And also this involves a lot of leadership in terms that directors, only through the leadership of director, the whole film can progress better, and the film would also achieve great success in the future. So from my point of view, people should appreciate the work of directors more, and also think from the director's perspective as well while watching the film. Like, why does he show the actor in this way, or why does there's light setting in this way? And also we can also question, like, what does it visually represent? So all these small things which director adds in the screens are really important, and we as the audience should also think about all those minor things in the films. So this is my thing with respect to the directors from the film. Also, if I talk about the post-production teams in the films, let's say editors, dubbing artists, or visual artists, or let's say VFX, graphics, sound effects, colorist, and motion designers, graphic designers, poster, like those who makes the poster for the films. I would say even they play a major role. Like, some people even go for a film just because they got attracted to the movie poster. So it all matters at the end. Let's take the example of Marty Supreme, the movie. Like, some people liked it and some people did not like it, because some people who liked it are those ones who actually know the director before, and they know the movie is gonna be the way it is. But those people who don't know about the director storyline just came for the actor Timothy Chalamet. So they were a bit disappointed with the storyline, because they were expecting the story to be more interesting, and to be more you know delusional, rather than being more raw and raw to the point. So I would say it's also important for the audience to understand the true sense of movies, cinemas, which is basically to understand the director. That's what you should be doing when it comes to films. Of course, you might ask me, what about debut directors? You have no clue what their films are, how it is going to be. So in that case, I would say you can actually trust the like trust your instincts. Like, you can see the movie titles, you can see the trailers, or I would say you can see like who all have worked in the films. Even the DOPs, let's say a film is made by a DOP who's well experienced. DOP means his director of photography. So even though let's say even though the story is really bad, if the DOP is really very well like experienced and have more visual storytelling abilities, then the film is automatically going to be good in terms of visuals, rather than, let's say, the music is bad or the editing is bad, the colors are bad. Still you can watch the film because it's it's more visually appealing, it's more visually storytelling. So I'd say that it's also important that we know like who all have worked in that film before we actually go and watch it, or it can also help you in making better judgments about choosing which film to watch, and hence we can also get good cinematic experience. When I talk about music, music also plays an important role in driving the film throughout throughout the whole film, I would say, because without music you cannot express the scene. In order to express what's going on the scene or what kind of emotions are involved in the scene, you got to explain it in terms of music. And music has frequency, same as emotions, thoughts have certain frequencies. So with music it's easy for audience to relate what the actors are going through, what the characters are going through in that frame. So it's really important that we work really you know artistically, as well as more no, I would say more realistic and cinematic when it comes to music. So music plays a really big role when it comes to movies. So other than that, I would say all the persons out there, like let's say co-actors and all the artists out there, art directors who set up the studio, who set up the frames, who sets things in the frame and lightings and other stuffs. Even those play a major role in setting each frames. So even if, let's say, a frame is good, let's say a shot of one shot is actually good because of the placement of some object in that frame. Let's say in a frame that there is a car, and the car has some, let's say, stickers which are more visually appealing, or let's say the paint is so visually appealing. So right now that shot becomes so viral in the social media, and people started to replicate that thing in real world. So it's again just because of that single shot has a good big influence in the real world, and people started to replicate it because they feel like it's a sense of identity, like I watched this film, or like I got inspired by this film. Or it's easy marketing for the film, by the way, as well as it also helps in building that good reputation of the film, or making it more in a branded way. So even if you can make a shot really catchy, or make it, I'd say, more brain rotted sometimes, it can also help the film in staying for a long period of time in the audience mind. And a film is just a combination of different artists. It's not just a single person, it's also the brains of different artists who just work on a film, and it's just a combination of art. So instead of watching it, of course you can watch it on OTT, they get paid, the directors, the cast groups, so they get paid even if you watch an OTT. But if you're downloading it on the internet and spending your internet fees, you're just paying either Airtel or Jio, not the person who's actually involved in the films. So I'd say it's better to watch in theaters OTT, but not on some random website downloading it and paying the billionaires more money. It's of useless. It's of useless. And of course, the website owners, whoever does that, you don't need to pay them. Like, of course, they do provide services for you, but they don't really pay those who act for you, who actually make you entertain. So even if you're watching televisions, whoever you see on televisions, let's say a serial or drama in Indian television specifically, they get paid by the television through ads or other advertisements, so they make an income. But if you are, you know, like downloading a film from internet, let's say from some xyz.com, and it's that website owner is going to get paid, not the person who's actually making those films, who worked more than 5 or 6 months, or let's say even a year or even more than a year. So you're just putting the whole, you know, a year of hard work in just a 1 GB or 2 GB internet fees. So it's of useless, I would say. So it's really important for us to respect artists, and only if we people respect them, they have this ability to make even more films and more artworks from, so we can expect more like creative works from them. So that's how they make their livings. They don't go for regular jobs or 9 to 5 jobs like normal people. They do it for their life. So it's really important that we give them a living, rather than, you know, we ruin their daily incomes, and you know, making them to go to another field rather than expressing their artistic works. So yeah, that's it about this video. So I just wanted to talk something about my reflections on movies, cinemas, actors, directors, and yeah, I just started making this video in the midnight of I guess it's currently 12 midnight. So this random thought popped in me. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Until next time, bye.